start your interview now. Krishna, you have
Yes,
graduated in political science. You This is a 5 year integrated course, I guess, or this is a 3 year graduation course.
yes, it was. It was 5. There was a choice. If someone can go for 5 years, they can go. I did 3 years BA program from there.
All right. So you have studied political science, sociology, law, and social. Can you explain me what all subjects you have covered?
Society.
So how many subjects are there?
Yes, sir. Yes, I did my graduation from Sardar Patel University of Police, Security and Criminal Justice, Jodhpur, which is the second police university in India. The course curriculum was very different from other universities. I have covered majorly four core courses, which is political science, history, sociology, law and society, and other various courses I have done, which are considered as subsidiary courses.
Okay. Have you done any specialization also?
There was a 6 month research project on the sixth semester, and I did that.
All right. So we done our
After research, sir,
you done your graduation 2014. So 2018. Since then, are we doing any kind of a job, or do you have any work experience, or you had any, or you also pursued any higher qualification or degree?
yes, sir. After 2018, I pursued my master's in development and labor studies from Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi. Due to COVID-19, my master's program went a bit long, and it was completed in December 2021. So that was I could not mention in the depth, but I did my master's, and after that, I have prepared for NET JRF and qualified for that. So I'm also looking for some research work also.
All right. So you are going to pursue PhD also.
Yeah, that is my backup plan.
Okay. So have you thought of the subject which you are going to opt in your PhD? The subject, the topic. Have
Yes,
you
sir.
decided
I
on that?
have taught my topic. Yes, during master's program, I have written a seminar paper in JDU. It was on industrial policy. So I'm my PhD also. I want to extend my industrial policy topic, and I want to do a comparative study of East Asian countries and India with respect to industrial policy.
Okay. Can you compare the Indian labor laws with the labor laws of Europe? All right.
Uh,
So, tell me
yes, sir.
what kind of a comparison or understanding we have with respect to these two different countries with respect to the social security benefits.
Yes. The Indian economy is a very mixed economy, which both we are with like socialist as well as capitalist. But one thing is that our Indian economy is very dominated by informal sector, which is 90% of our economy. But we don't have social security for informal sector workers. While in European countries, they have proper insurance and social security, and the countries are like capitalist, but they are also welfareist in nature. While in India, we don't have a large number of workers or don't have social security. And also our trade unions are not very strengthened, while in European countries, they have bargaining power also, good
Okay.
bargaining power.
All right. So you mentioned bargaining power. Tell me, do we have a specific clause associated with bargaining or anything associated with it in any of labor law in India?
So there is specific act for trade unions, Trade Union Act 1926, which is now merged into Industrial Relation Code 2020. So in that we have trade unions can legally can have bargaining power with the employer.
You mean to say that in Trade Union Act 1926, there is a reference or there is a specific provision with respect to bargaining? This is
Sorry,
your
sir,
guess
I'm
or
not
you are
able to
sure?
recall the exact clause, but yes, no, no, sir. I'm not able to recall the exact clause, but yes, legally they can go for bargaining power. Like they can pursue employer to seek bargaining from the
Okay,
employer.
then tell me what is collective bargaining?
Sir, it's a labor concept in which labor of an organization can collectively go for a strike and pursue their employer uh, for their wage to increase their wages or any other condition they want to improve.
Give me an example.
Like, sir, some in the past we have seen like railway workers many times went for strike, like wages increase. Many teacher associations also went for strike. Many doctors also went for strike. But now in the code on new code, there are many provision on the strike. Like they have to give 14 days notice before going to strike.
This is a new provision regarding the 14 days notice.
Yes, sir.
If you are not sure with your answer, don't just.
Earlier it was for
All right, Krishna.
this, it is new provision. Earlier, this provision was
Okay. Just a second. Just hold for a second. All right. So we are talking about the labor laws and social security. One question here: can you differentiate between social insurance and social assurance?
yes, sir. I believe that insurance is for either accidental or death insurance, while assurance uh, uh, it is benefits in cash and kind during the course of employment.
Okay. Krishna, see, your qualification and your background is quite different from the requirement which is suitable for EPFO's role or EPFO's enforcement officer's role. So, don't you think it will be appropriate
Yes,
for us as a panelist or as an selector here to choose someone who is well versed with the legal provisions, because it is actually a enforcement job, or someone who has some kind of a accounts background? They will be more suitable for this profile than you.
yes, sir. Yes. I think first EPFO is working for as a social security organization and so working for the people. And I have also read like sociology and law and society, which is very suitable for that. And also I did masters in development labor studies. That is also related to labor and will be helpful in that also. And for accounting part, I think I will learn through trading and also with the working in the EPFO. I can learn for that.
Krishna, you are telling that you have a good understanding with respect to the laws, but I don't see that many of the questions you have of which you have given an incorrect answer. But that's my concern, because instead of investing so much amount of money and time on your training, we can simply get a, well qualified law background student or account student who will require lesser amount of EPFO's time. Plus, they will be better in performance also, because they will provide a better efficiency as an employee or as an enforcement officer. So that's my concern. Where you see yourself in this role?
Yes, sir. I believe that accounts or other desirable qualification will be more beneficial for this job. But UPSC has given that essential qualification are only a bachelor degree. So I have applied for that. And I think uh, instead of going for special, like especially for accounts and legal, we also should have understanding of the society, which I am learning from. Like I'm also from background of labor. I have also done some research work on labor. I have done some policy making papers also written. So I think, and also a socially interactive girl. I also did NCC. I also did participated in National Youth Parliament competition. So I think that also will work as a organization will be helpful for me.
Sure. You are from Nagaur. Nagaur
Yes.
has a big political significance with respect to decentralization of powers. Can you tell?
Yes. Yes. Panchayati Raj institutions was begins from Nagaur district. There is a village, Bagdari village, Nagaur, in 1959.
Okay. Can you tell me the judgment of Supreme Court with respect to creamy layer?
Yes, sir. There is an Indra Sahani case, 1992, regarding creamy layer. When there was a Mandal Commission regarding OBC reservation, they have made a threshold that time it was 6 lakh, then it was extended to 10 lakh. Those who are above 10 lakh, they will be considered as a creamy layer and also will be counted as an unreserved category.
Okay. I see that you have listed dancing as your to folk songs as your hobby. Can you tell me about the classical
Yes.
dances of India?
Yes. So it is there are 7 classical dance of India. One is Kathak, there is a Mohiniyattam, there is a Bihu, there is a Bharatanatyam. So I'm only able to recall this time only these.
Okay. Krishna, tell me, let's
Yes.
come to your personality. Define what are the values that define you?
Sir, I think I am consistent, and I think I am a person who engage very easily with the person around me. I'm also I'm also can live, and I am very adjustable. I believe that with the environment.
Okay, Krishna. You have your academics in law, society, sociology, and history, and pol science. Can you tell me how much percentage of Indian women are employed at this time?
According to World Bank, female labor force participation rate in India is around 20%, and recently, periodic labor force survey also talked that it is between 14% to 22%.
And what is the reason for such low female labor force participation in India?
Yes, ma'am. There are various reasons. One is that we are moving from a underdeveloped country to a developing country, where the income of the family rises. Women generally think that there will not be much requirement to earn outside the home, so they remain at home. Other thing is that I think other thing is that women are also working as a our literacy rate is less, so they is the nature of the work is also changed. Like the service sector which demand skilled workers, but our women are not skilled, so they are not going for their job. Other thing that I feel very important is that women are going for higher education, like a higher enrollment ratio reached to 26%, and it is also tend to increase in the future. So women, and we also that unemployment rate in higher education is about 20%. So women are, instead of going for minimal wages, they are want to do better jobs. So they are waiting for a good job and studying.
Okay. There is a very low number of women judges that India has had till date. What is the reason for such
Yes.
low number of women in judiciary? And give me an answer with regards to judiciary only.
Yes. Ma'am, I think in every sector we have less number of women, and it is say similar. It is in judiciary. If women have less qualification, like which is suitable for judges, then the ratio of the women will increase. Like recently, it has increased to 4. Earlier, it was like 1, and many of the states don't have. So I think in future it will increase definitely. There is no such gender discrimination to this regarding recruitment of women as justice.
Okay. Do you think the institution of marriage is still relevant in the 21st century?
Yes, of course, it is relevant.
Why? Everything is changing. We are moving towards urbanization. Women are financially independent. So, why is the institution of marriage relevant or even important?
Yes, it is relevant, and I think it is important also because the purpose of marriage is offspring, and it is earlier it was child marriage. Later, nowadays women are going for marriage after 30 years of age. But yes, they are having marriages. And like in urbanization, also they have marriages as equally. Like I don't see that they are
Yeah, I understand that women are getting married, and though we are moving towards urbanization, women are
yes.
choosing marriage over other things. But what is the relevance of marriage as an institution? You've had sociology as one of your subjects in graduation. So, why do you think marriage is relevant in the 21st century India?
I think to get out of depression, it is very important to have a family, affection, love in the life, which is very important. Support, social security provides, like family provides social security in the future. So I think for the society, betterment is very relevant.
But we have increasing rates of domestic violence and marital rapes in our country. So,
Yes.
don't you think living alone would be a better option for working women, especially?
I don't think living alone will be a solution. I think this problem of domestic violence or rape can be solved, and we are solving. Like in Rajasthan, the pendency rate is lowest in the India, and this can also be done in other states. And I think for domestic violence, we have strict laws, and as the literacy rate increases, women will go for higher education and will work in the outside the home. This domestic violence will definitely decrease.
Okay, you have this hobby called hand embroidery designs on traditional Shekhawati odhani. What is the fabric that you
Yes.
use for a Shekhawati odhani?
Sir, ma'am, I use yarn and needle. If there are material also like for diamond and gajai, which is available in the market. Also, different colored yarn is also available.
What are
Also,
the
gotapatti
prominent
I do work,
colors?
so that is also available.
What are the prominent colors on a
Yes, ma'am.
Shekhawati odhani?
It is blue color and green color.
Okay, and what is the type of embroidery that you use? What is it called?
In my area, which I done, it is particularly related to the environment, which is like some there are sketches available in the market, which is a treescape is there. There are elephant-like structure, like there are peacock-like structure, and
Asking you about the
any
movement
type of
of hand.
structures someone want to.
I'm asking you about the movement of hand and the needle. What is the kind of embroidery that we use? Is it cross stitch or something else?
Sorry, ma'am, I'm not aware of that.
Okay. Can you tell me about some schemes that Rajasthan government has come up with for the promotion of these traditional embroidery and paintings? Rajasthan government is making a lot of efforts for the preservation of these things. Any initiatives that you can list out?
Yes, ma'am, there is a Rajsiko, Rajasthan Small Scale Industries Organization, which is promoting handicraft work in Rajasthan. So there are Rajasthali brand, which is promoting this handicraft work outside the Rajasthan also, that they have offices in Delhi and Calcutta.
Okay. Can you tell me
And
5 handicrafts from Rajasthan or 5 anything, like 5 things from Rajasthan which have got a geographical indication tag?
yes, ma'am. There are one is Kota Doria, sari, one is blue pottery, others are Molila work in Siroi, and there are Hina Mehndi in Sojat Pali.
Okay. So
Only
talking about,
able to recall these.
okay, there is this Sanganeri print and the other one is Bagru print. I'm sure you're aware. What is
Bhagavad-Gita.
the
Yes,
difference between both of them? And both of them have got GI tags. What is the difference?
yes, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am, I don't know exact difference, but they both use like thappa style. That means there are a structure they've made and they put it on the cloth, and the cloth is colored with thappa. And there is also tie and dye method in bamboo print.
Okay. Tell me three values which you have been able to imbibe through this hobby about after you are doing embroidery for all these years. Three values which is it has added to your life.
First is creativity, and second is helpful, uh, uh, helpful to others, how to help others, and third is to think, is to think or innovate something.
Your first and last hobby, first and last value are quite the same. Explain me the second one. How has it, taught you to help others? How can embroidery teach you that?
Yes, ma'am. Like earlier, I did some work. I made some embroidery, and I have like it is for this Odni particularly is put on by the married women of Shekhawat Odni. So I prepared this for my mother, for my sisters, and any other women who say me that they like. So I also prepare for them, and it's feel very very affectionate to give someone to make and give them.
Okay, great. Do you know something about Aristotle's golden mean?
Yes, ma'am. It is. He talked about middle path, that instead of going towards minimalism and maximism, we should go for a middle path.
Okay.
Uh,
Can
like
you
for
explain
like for uh, if we want some there is conflict, so instead of just uh, ignoring the conflict or just going for a fight, we should go for a dialogue. That will be middle path.
Okay. Can you tell me two values for life that you've imbibed from Bhagavad-Gita?
From Bhagavad-Gita.
Yeah.
Yeah. First is detachment, that wherever, whatever our profession is, it is, we should be give full time to it and focus on it instead of, and to detach ourselves with our family or with whatever things which we like. And second is that we should focus on our end goal, and also means, end and means should be justified.
Okay. Is there a similarity between Kant's categorical imperative and Nishkam karma of Bhagavad-Gita?
Sorry, ma'am, I'm not able to
Okay, Krishna, tell me what is your
relate
goal in
all
life?
both.
Apart from getting a job, getting financially independent, or pursuing a PhD, what is your long-term goal in life? What do you want to leave behind?
Sir, ma'am, I want to work for humanity. That will give me satisfaction.
Can you give me two examples from your life of how you worked for humanity till this age?
Yes. One is helping others. Like my father is a school teacher, primary school teacher, and he has a very fond of like telling information about the education to student, anyone in my village. He is like a chalta filta Google. Every time he search things on the Google, and he tell student, and he asked me also that please fill the form of the student they want. Like in the villages, they are not much aware about the vacancies, new vacancies. So we take information from that and give it to me. I fill the form and I feel very happy. And they are also very have attachment with me that I have done some work for them. So that will give me satisfaction. So I think giving information to someone who is deprived of information is very important.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Krishna, you were telling us about your father. Tell us about your family also.
Yes, sir. Sir, I belong to Nagaur district. In my family, there are 10 members. My grandma, my father, who is a school teacher, and my mother, who is homemaker, farmer. She's doing multiple work. She's also doing some handicraft work at my home. And we are 4 sisters and 2 brothers. Uh, we, except one sister, we others are studying.
Okay, so you are the elder one.
No, I'm a girl. From the girl side, I'm youngest. I'm
Okay.
4th girl child.
See, Krishna, you have a very good academic background. You have done your master's from where?
Jawaharlal Nehru University.
See, that's a very good institution, prestigious institution from which you have been graduated. And first of all, getting the graduation from such a prestigious institution, especially when you have a very humble background, it's a great achievement. Don't you think so? And if we
Yes, of
refer
course. I
Vivek,
am very privileged to have been.
yes. So if we refer Vivekanand here, so he used to say that if you educate a man, you just educate a family, or if you educate a woman, then you educate the whole civilization.
Yes,
I know. So in that way, I guess
yes,
you have a
yes.
brighter career in the teaching profile or research profile. Why you are looking for this EPFO profile then?
Sir, at this time, I am 26 year of age, and I think I should have a job so that I am financially stable. That will streamline my future, and that will encourage me to do something better instead of just preparing and having. So, am I? And I'm also eligible and enough having enough information to do this EPFO job.
Hey, definitely, that's the point. But the thing is, you will easily get a job, especially when you have such a good credential, and you have already given 4, 5, at least 3 years to pursue this research side. Or if I put, you are very well deserving for the assistant professorship also, and you will easily get this job either in the government or the private sector. Then why this EPFO's profile?
Yes, sir. During my post-graduation 2020, when this vacancy came out, I was searching for a job in labor under the Ministry of Labor. So that time, this vacancy, it was like a moon in the darkness because there is a very less number of job opportunities in labor sector in India, especially in my course, which I have opted genuinely for my personal reasons. So that gave me intuition and I feel vocation for this job that I will do my good in this job.
Okay, so if you are not able to get this job, do you have plan B also?
Yes, that's why I have prepared for HRF and I cleared it to get fellowship for doctoral research. And I also see that this recruitment is special recruitment, which comes only once in 4 or 5 years. So if not in this, I will go for a research work and also prepare for labor services.
Okay. Krishna, have we went outside or have you visited any other state or for any purpose, for tourism purpose or for
Yes,
some recreation or anything? Tell me where you have went,
sir.
which cities you have visited.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, I did my graduation from Polish University. So there is a provision in the admission itself that every batch will be in once in a year will go for a tourism outside the Rajasthan state. So in my first year, I visited Andhra Pradesh, Visakhapatnam especially, And in my second year, we have visited northeastern state, Meghalaya and Assam. And I also have given SSB through CDS. So I went Bangalore, and other than this, I went once in UP, like Delhi, and some of the district of the UP I also visited.
Okay,
In
so you
Rajasthan,
mentioned about Visakhapatnam and Northeast. Where in Northeast?
Sir, especially it was for Meghalaya state,
Meghalaya.
but we went to like Guwahati and Assam and all that.
Okay, so if we
visited both
compare
the states,
the
Assam and Meghalaya.
yes, if we compare the social structure in Rajasthan with the Visakhapatnam and Mizoram, we see a drastic difference, specifically with respect to the position of women. In these areas, the women have a quite a advantageous role, specifically with context to the social structure that is a patriarchal or matriarchal type of social structure in Mizoram and Visakhapatnam region, but that is opposite to the Rajasthan. Then tell me what is the reason for this,
Yes,
and how you see this kind of a social structure difference.
sir. First, I want to tell the difference between Rajasthan and Meghalaya. In Rajasthan and in every northern states, we have patriarchal society. So there will be will be made by the male gender. While in the northern states, especially in the Meghalaya, there are patriarchal society where decisions are is in the hand of the elder women of the house. So that will make a difference. And I think decision taken by the women will be more helpful, especially for the girls, as she think about inclusiveness, while the men generally think of not much inclusiveness, but like growth, and while women will see development.
All right, Krishna. So the thing is, my main concern is while hiring you is about how you will be able to handle the responsibility of an enforcement officer, specifically when we give you regions like Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, which is not that much comfortable posting for a girl, or especially a young girl like you, because you are just 26 years old. You don't have a much experience of life or any other work experience also. So then how you see how you'll be able to manage this?
I think, sir, I think at the age of 21 or 22, many of the officers from in our country are working in like Naxalite area or Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, I will say Odisha. So I also can do that. That everything will comes with experience. So as will I will work, I will learn more, and I have very like adjustmentable adaptability. So I can do that.
Okay, very nice, Krishna. My last question to you. Recently, Rajasthan has withdrawn itself from the new pension scheme. What is the reason for that? And can you name any other state which is also on the line of Rajasthan has withdrawn from it?
Any other state, it was Jharkhand state which announced that they will withdraw from earlier pension. And in Rajasthan, first I will say it is people sending, it was a demand of teacher association, nursing association, that they want earlier pension scheme. So the elected CM did his promise.
Why is demand?
And
Why is demand for the old pension scheme,
I
not
will,
new pension system?
yes, sir. In the new pension scheme, which is NPS, the employer need to contribute 10% of his salary, while in the old pension scheme, the whole corpus will be made by the government.
Okay. Any other reason? All right, Krishna, thank you so much.
Unable
Just
to
wait for the
tell about
feedback
all
part.
this.
All right, just wait for the feedback part.
Yes.
We will come back to you.
कृष्णा, जो पहली चीज है, आपका आपका ड्रेस क्या होने वाला है इंटरव्यू वाले दिन के लिए? इज इट द सेम ड्रेस दैट यू आर वेयरिंग?
No, it will be sari.
नहीं, आप
It will be sari.
ओके, इट विल बी साड़ी, देन इट्स फाइन। आप अगर मॉक इंटरव्यू के लिए भी उसी ड्रेस में आए तो बेटर रहता है। ऑल्सो
Yes.
या ठीक है। तो आपकी देखिए, लेबर लॉज आपका प्रिपेयर्ड नहीं है। द वे यू आर आंसरिंग दैट इज फाइन, बट आप काफी चीजें घुमा रहे हैं, स्पेशली जो आपका देखिए ह्यूमैनिटीज बैकग्राउंड है, एंड ह्यूमैनिटीज में भी कोई सिंपल सब्जेक्ट्स नहीं है, लैंग्वेज बेस्ड सब्जेक्ट्स नहीं है, आपके बहुत ही स्पेसिफिक सब्जेक्ट्स हैं। लॉ एंड सोसाइटी आपने पढ़ा है, बट आपको ये नहीं पता कि जुडिशरी में विमेन की रिप्रेजेंटेशन कम क्यों है। अभी आई थिंक 2 महीने पहले की न्यूज थी कि अप्रैल में विमेन इन जुडिशरी डे मनाया जाता है, तो अराउंड अप्रैल की, तो ये टॉपिक बहुत ज्यादा न्यूज में था। सो इफ यू हैव स्टडीड लॉ एंड सोसाइटी, इंडियन लॉज जो रिलेटेड विमेन से हैं, एंड इट्स इंटरलिंक्ड विद सोसाइटी, दैट शुड बी क्लियर। सोशियोलॉजी में आपको, आई थिंक आपने मैरिज बहुत डिस्क्रिप्टिवली पढ़ा होगा सोशियोलॉजी में, मैरिज एज एन इंस्टीट्यूशन। तो आपने जो रेलेवेंस है मैरिज का, वो क्वेश्चन अच्छे से आंसर नहीं किया है, एंड द पैनल वाज ट्राइंग टू पोक यू कि आप उस चीज को थोड़ा सा और डिस्क्रिप्टिव वे में आंसर कीजिए। वो बात, आपका इंटरव्यू कब है?
It is on 18 July.
18 जुलाई, तो इट्स वेरी नियर।
18 July.
देखिए, इस टाइम में अब ज्यादा तो प्रिपेयर हो नहीं पाएगा। यू हैव 4-5 days लेफ्ट विद यू। व्हाट आई सजेस्ट इज दैट जितना आपने प्रिपेयर किया है, जो भी करंट अफेयर्स हैं, लेबर लॉज हैं, उसको अच्छे से रिवाइज कीजिए। जो पर्सनालिटी से रिलेटेड क्वेश्चंस हैं, आपकी हॉबी से सिर्फ आपसे ये, आपको ये भी नहीं पता है कि किस तरीके का स्टिचिंग यूज होता है। जब आप, अगर एम्ब्रॉयडरी आपने मेंशन किया है, तो आपसे पूछा जा रहा है वो क्रॉस स्टिच है या सिंपल स्टिच है, क्या यूज होता है, तो वो बेसिक डिफरेंस है। जो चीज आपने की है उसका पता होना चाहिए। एंड हॉबीज ने आपको हेल्प कैसे किया लाइफ में, क्योंकि हॉबीज का मतलब ही ये होता है। वो चीजें अच्छे से प्रिपेयर कीजिए इस टाइम पे। आई थिंक 4-5 days बहुत है आपके लिए डैफ को डिटेल में प्रिपेयर करने के लिए। जो भी आपके सब्जेक्ट्स रहे हैं ग्रेजुएशन में, जो आपकी हॉबीज हैं, जहां से आप हैं, ठीक है, और आपका आगे आपने कहाँ जाना है, आपका क्या गोल है, क्या आप स्टडीज परस्यू कर रही हैं, करना चाहती हैं, वो बहुत क्लैरिटी होनी चाहिए। एंड एज अ वुमेन, issues related to women and children, they should be very clear। जो लॉज है चिल्ड्रन से एसोसिएटेड है, अडॉप्शन लॉज क्या है इंडिया में, मैरिज के राइट्स क्या है विमेन के पास, एंड मैट्रिलिनियल सोसाइटी, जैसे सर ने आपसे बहुत वहां पर आपसे पूछने की कोशिश की। तो डैफ के अराउंड अपना तैयारी रखिए, उन चीजों को बहुत ही इनडेप्थ प्रिपेयर कीजिए। थोड़ा ना शैलोनेस दिख रहा है आपके आंसर्स में, जो फैक्ट बेस्ड हैं चलिए वो तो ठीक हो जाता है, बट पैनलिस्ट को चाहिए होता है थोड़ा डेप्थ वाली पर्सनालिटी हो, तो वो निकल के नहीं आ रही है, आप एक्सप्रेस नहीं कर पा रही हैं खुद को। ठीक है, तो उस चीज पे वर्क कीजिए, बार बार या तो रिवाइज कीजिए, अपना ड्राफ्ट प्रिपेयर कीजिए, और अगर आपको कुछ आप श्योर आंसर नहीं दे पा रही है, तो या तो गेस के लिए परमिशन मांगनी है, या फिर उस आंसर को बोल देना है कि मुझे नहीं आता। गेस वर्क ऐसे नहीं करना है, ठीक है। अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, द वे यू आर आंसरिंग दैट इज फाइन, कॉन्फिडेंस है, थोड़ा सा बस थोड़ा डेप्थ पे काम कीजिए तो चीज हो जाएगी। ओके
Okay.
कृष्णा, और आपके दूसरी बात है, आपके फेशियल एक्सप्रेशंस, जब भी आप इंटरव्यू या पैनल को आप कोई भी आंसर दे रहे हो, तो उनकी तरफ देख के देना, इधर उधर मुंह नहीं घुमाना है, ठीक है। दिखना चाहिए कि आप फोकस्ड हैं और अटेंटिव हैं अपने आंसर्स के लिए, ठीक है। तो और जो थोड़ी सी आपकी जो करंट अफेयर्स अपना अप टू डेट कीजिए, जो सबसे जरूरी चीज है, खासकर आपके लेबर लॉस के रिगार्डिंग है या कुछ भी जो आ रहा है, ठीक है। जो आपने आंसर, जैसे न्यू पेंशन स्कीम का था, वो आपका आंसर टू ठीक था लेकिन टू द पॉइंट नहीं था, तो उसके बारे में जो लेबर लॉज है, थोड़ा सा जो कंसेप्चुअल बेस्ड है, और साथ में उनके साथ जो करंट अफेयर्स की न्यूज है, उन्हें तैयार कीजिए आप, ठीक है। और अगर आपको नहीं आता है तो बोल दीजिए उनको कि सॉरी सर मुझे, या सॉरी मैम मुझे नहीं आता ये। अगर आप ऐसे गेस वर्क करेंगी, जो आप घुमा फिराएंगी बात को, तो फिर आपका एक्सेप्टेबल नहीं लगेगा वो, ठीक है।
Yes.
कृष्णा बस
Yes.
देखो, सबीन ने ऑब्जर्व किया है कि आप क्वेश्चन डायरेक्ट आंसर नहीं करते। आपको जो क्वेश्चन नहीं आता ना, वो क्लियरली बोल दो कि आई एम नॉट वेरी श्योर, इफ द पैनल अलाउ मी आई वुड लाइक टू टेक अ गेस। ठीक है, तो वो प्रॉपर वे होता है आपका, और फटाफट से आप आंसर दो और आगे निकल जाओ। ठीक है, जरूरी नहीं है कि हमने उसी क्वेश्चन पे आंसर को घुमाते रहना, अदरवाइज फिर आपका इंटरव्यू, हमने तो काफी टाइम दिया, हो सकता है आपका 10-15 मिनट में इंटरव्यू खत्म हो जाए, तो दे विल नॉट बी विल बी एबल टू इवेल्युएट योर
Yes.
पर्सनैलिटी इन अ होलसम मैनर ना, तो वहां पे गड़बड़ हो जाएगी। इस करके हमें डायरेक्ट आंसर रखने हैं। कुछ चीजें हैं, बहुत अप्रोच बहुत अच्छा है आपका फॉर फॉर ओवरऑल इंटरव्यू ना, आपने अच्छा, बहुत अच्छा अप्रोच रखा है। स्पेसिफिकली मैंने आई आस्क्ड यू अबाउट योर यंग एज, दैट यू आर जस्ट 26 एंड यू आर जॉइनिंग द सर्विस एंड इट माइट बी अ डिफिकल्ट एज अ वुमेन। ठीक है, तो आपने अच्छा आंसर दिया कि 21-22 ईयर्स की गर्ल्स भी कर रही हैं एंड दे आर सर्विंग वेल इन द नेक्सल अफेक्टेड एरियाज ऑल्सो, दैट्स अ गुड आंसर। ठीक है, और आपने एसएसबी का भी रेफरेंस दिया बीच में कि आपने एसएसबी भी दिया ना।
Yes.
हमने क्या करना है कृष्णा, जब आपका इंटरव्यू में अगर आपको इंट्रोड्यूस करने का मौका मिल जाए ना, अगर क्वेश्चन आपसे इंट्रोडक्शन के रिगार्डिंग हो कि आपको इंट्रोड्यूस करने के लिए बोल दें, तो हमने इसको वहां पे यूज करना है, इस इंफॉर्मेशन को। ठीक है, आप वो काम आएगी, अपना ये एसएसबी का जो एक्सपीरियंस है ना, ये भी आपको अच्छा इंप्रेशन देता है। और जब हमने जेएनयू से, इतने अच्छे रिप्यूटेड इंस्टीट्यूशन से स्टडी किया है ना, सो जैसे मैम ने बोला, आपका एकेडमिक्स पे स्ट्रांग रहना चाहिए, बिकॉज वो आप उनके माइंड में तो ये परसेप्शन है कि आपका एकेडमिक्स अच्छा होगा, तो डेफिनेटली वो आपको उस साइड पे क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे, तो वी शुड हैव द क्लैरिटी।
Yes, definitely.
हमारे पास सब 5 दिन ही है, तो हम ज्यादा भी पुश नहीं कर सकते, बट ओवरऑल ऊपर ऊपर से इन चीजों को देखो, क्या क्या इश्यूज चल रहे हैं, स्पेसिफिकली न्यूज़पेपर से जो आपका एडिटोरियल्स कॉलम्स है ना, उनको थोड़ा पढ़ना शुरू करो, बिकॉज दे विल डेफिनेटली पिक समथिंग फ्रॉम दैट। जैसे चाइल्ड मैरिज पूछ सकते हैं, जो इंक्रीज क्या है मैरिज एज, वो आपसे पूछा सकता है, आप राजस्थान से बिलोंग करते हो, तो ये क्वेश्चन एक्सपेक्टेड क्वेश्चंस है, तो इनको हमने इन पर काम करना है। ठीक है, इनको हमें तैयार कर लेना है, ताकि आपको इन साइड पे डिफिकल्टी ना रहे। ठीक है, दिस इज
Yes.
ऑल ऑब्जर्वेशन विच यू हैव, इन पे हमने बस एडिशन करना है, इस पे ही हमने काम करना है अभी। ठीक है,
Yes. Yes.
आपके कोई क्वेश्चन?
No, sir.
ऑलराइट, ठीक है, तो इन सब पे हम काम करेंगे ताकि आपका इंटरव्यू बहुत अच्छा जाए, और वी विश यू बेस्ट ऑफ लक फ्रॉम आवर साइड। ठीक है, वी वुड लाइक टू सी यू एज
Yes.
सक्सेसफुल कैंडिडेट।
थैंक यू।
थैंक यू सो मच।